Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back to continue my Let's Play of Wanderstop. Welcome back. Yesterday, we learned a little bit more about the relationship between Nana and Boro. They've known each other for a while. Kind of seems like there's something a little bit more than just people who knew each other out there. We found that Monster, the girl who was once named Poop that we're now calling Monster, likes to draw in our shop. We have requests from her for her first ever cup of tea. It has to be gross. And a request for Nana, a different kind of complex coffee. Now, we could do both of those, but I thought it would be fitting, since the first person I want to indulge is Nana, to do a reading. A reading in front of her shop, so we have some fun music. A reading from Professor Currency's Guide to Economics, Volume 6. Look at that, a beautiful front cover. Welcome back, reader, to the thrilling world of economics. If you've read each volume of my book series up until now, then you should already be comfortable with such topics as inflation, scarcity, counterfeit dollar bills, the scremular effect, imaginary taxes versus actual taxes, and all 7 methods of exporting dairy. In this volume, however, we'll be focusing on one singular topic: haggling. Haggling is the great paradox of economics. If everything has a price, then why should the price change via negotiation? In this sense, haggling is a sort of economic black magic, or forbidden act to be called upon only in the most dire of circumstances. In some countries, excessive use of haggling can lead to a drastic prison sentence. Of course, a person skilled in haggling can quite easily reduce the prison sentence down to practically nothing. That's humorous. When is it appropriate to haggle? There are 3 generally accepted circumstances in which price negotiation is called for. First, when a vendor has used cosmic witch energy to artificially raise the price of a product. Witches are widely known for being disdainful of the basic tenets of capitalism, and will therefore lend their powers to unscrupulous vendors in an effort to offset the market. Second, if it is acceptable to haggle on behalf of a small orphan child who's sickly ill and only has a single coin to his name, who hands you the coin and coughs pitifully, asking if you'll please help him buy a loaf of bread for himself and his sister, and he knows that a single coin isn't enough for bread, but won't you please see if you can somehow negotiate the price down? And finally, it is acceptable to barter within a government-approved 12-foot by 12-foot haggle zone, if properly sanitized. That was our tea leaves, by the way. How does one go about haggling? For many centuries, the most common way to initiate a negotiation was by declaring the code phrase, "Good gravy with spices, let's haggle these prices," which would then be responded to in the affirmative with, "I'm ready, I'm willing, I'll fight for each shilling." That's cute. However, starting in the plated era, customs began to shift in favor of more physically confrontational methods, such as haggle slapping. Over time, haggle slapping waned in popularity due to government regulation, and a more formalized combat handshake took its place. You are, of course, welcome to use a combination of these methods depending on local customs. So let's say the pre-haggling rites have been completed, and the negotiation itself has begun. Now what? It's time to remember the number 1 rule of haggling. Always reject the first offer. It makes no difference what the content of the first offer is, even if you've been offered everything you're seeking plus another 25% on the top. You turn it down. Be sure to couch your rejection with a pithy, condescending remark like, haha, okay, we've gotten all the pathetic joke offers out of our system, let's get down to business. The reason for this is simple. Haggling is all about establishing dominance. The person with the most confidence is always the one who wins the haggle, regardless of the actual terms of the deal end up being. And the most important aspect of confidence is knowing that you could walk away at any time for any reason. You must be willing to burn everything you cherish to the ground at the drop of a hat simply to spite someone who is slightly more arrogant than you. For this reason, after you reject the first offer and your opponent makes a counteroffer, the sensible thing to do is strongly consider rejecting the second offer as well, regardless of the details. Many business people will flip a coin to decide whether to even consider the second offer or reject it outright. Of course, coin flips are well known for their better than average odds, so you may wish to instead roll a series of weighted dice to create a higher likelihood of turning the offer down. If you've made it to a third offer, well done! You're now entering the vaunted Master's Inner Circle of haggling. If up until this point the negotiation has been like a game of checkers, from here it becomes more like a game of 8-dimensional underwater chess played both forward and backwards in time, entirely within the mind of a genius 12-year-old who's simultaneously crushing world's leading chess champion in a real-life chess game on top of a mountain. At this point, there are no hard and fast rules of haggling. You will only succeed on a combination of an instinct, experience, and brutal intimidation. If there is one rule you remember, it should be this: always be willing to walk away at any time for any reason. If your opponent comments on how fair and equitable the deal is, consider walking away simply to demonstrate superiority. If he mentions how hard times have been for him and what an incredible blessing this deal will be to help his family get back on their feet, you should walk away simply to test the legitimacy of his I have a family story. And if he ever shows you pictures of his family, immediately excuse yourself so that you can report him to the police for family-based fraud. Family-based fraud is the most morally detrimental to society of all crimes committed by man. This degenerate will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Jesus, this is great. With this information, you should now have a firm grasp of the ins and outs of haggling. Continue to study and apply yourself through practice, and a complete mastery of price negotiation will be close at hand. I'll see you in the next volume of Professor Currency's Guide to Economics, where we'll review over 150 ways of identifying a family-based fraudster just by the look in his eyes. Well, now we know to never accept an offer in a negotiation. That is how we become master hagglers. And now this book will rightfully be retired into our library, where we have only 2 slots left. Actually, this can go here. The Dirk Warhard novel can go over here. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the themes as is here. I like this a lot. Can I change? Oh, perfect. Oh, wait, you know what? We want this on this spot. We want this here. We'll keep like an anthology in order from left to right. So the last Dirk Warhard novel will be right there. So let's show you the request for coffee from Nana in case you forgot. So we need 3 coffee beans into a cup. We need to make a second brew with then warm water, whaling, cinnamon, and 1 coffee bean, and that goes on top of the first cup. So once again, with the utmost integrity, we will pay attention and do our best to brew as much as possible. Oh, wait, we never cleaned the coffee beans, did we? Shoot. Right, we never did. Oh, no. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. In fact, it's the beginning of the world. Why do I say that? Because I had nothing else to say. In fact, this will help us make maybe dirty coffee or dirty tea or gross tea, disgusting tea, whatever you want to call it. It gives us a chance to maybe go out and grow some things. We should take stock of what we have. Fruit. Hey, is that Boro? That's definitely a drawing of Boro. I love him. Ah, it's fabulous. Okay, so we have a pepper. We have a prism pepper. Which one is this? And this. A whistleberry and a melium. Okay. We have a pal melon. So we have like 4. Actually, how many can we grow here? Ghost, prism, melium, blue loops, painted gourds, snot cones, that's 6. Whalings, biteberries, 8. Whistleberries, pal melon, 10. Azzyfruit, Vreedle, 12. Waspur, messberry, 14. Puffpod and chipchick, 16 large hybrids. We're in trouble if that's actually how we make gross tea. Maybe if we make her coffee, that would be kind of a funny gross tea sort of alternative, right? We'll actually see what that means and where we go from there. But our coffee should be clean soon, and I don't know. The jury will be out, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll finish up what Nana wants. Then we'll go from there. I mean, is there a grosser tea than coffee? Maybe we should mix coffee and tea beans. I think either way we're meant to fail. The first one here. And if we aren't, then I'm not really sure. We should clean a coffee bean just in case. Because once again, that will be something that we need to spend time doing. Oh, whoops, I screwed up again. No worries. No worries, no hurries. Alright, let's grab our coffee beans. Of course. We'll make sure she has a nice plain cup for which to drink her coffee. Oh, we almost had it. Could also... Oh, I had it. There we go. Nicely done. Okay. I say that like it's the most exciting thing in the world. But no, we will boil water. It's time for the most complex drink we've made yet. As far as we know. Three coffee beans going in. A nice dark coffee. Do our best here. Might be too much. Does that seem about halfway to you? I'm not sure. I can barely tell. We'll do a little bit more. I'd say that's about half, right? One more, a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay. That might be a little too much. I think the last amount I had was perfect, but that's fine. Let's... They want warm water again, right? Yep. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Like I said, the utmost integrity will be taken here. So let's see. Whaling, cinnamon, and one coffee bean. Okay, so whaling first. Pal melon, which I will confirm just quickly if it is like cinnamon. Yep. Pal melon in. Clean coffee bean in. Oh shoot, no. I screwed up a little bit. It's okay. On top you go. I'm a little bit worried now that I've messed up the coffee. I'm actually very worried that I've messed up the coffee, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I had a bad feeling, right? Now that I've replaced some of it, hopefully I've done some wondrous things with ratios to make this better, but who's to say? Now I'm nervous. I'm sorry, Nana. I didn't mean to do this. We'll see. Here you go. Her animations are perfect, by the way. I really like the care that was taken with these animations. Yep, you did it. To your credit, I'll say this. You brought me 2 cups of coffee now. Aw, that's so sweet of you to say. No, it isn't. It's the cold objective truth. Still, you did bring me a second coffee. Fine. Take something off my hands, but only one. These pictures are amazing, but I'm gonna take the retro cup because you've broken 2 of our cups. Say, the kid over there, the one whose parents are a mystery. What's her deal? What's she doing around here? No idea. She's just been running around drawing on the walls asking me questions. She calls herself Monster, but I don't know if that's her real name. I have a feeling Nana's gonna take her with her. Now listen to me. Kid like that running around unsupervised, it's no good. Kids don't just automatically become healthy, well-rounded people like me. It takes work. They need coaching. They need direction. You hear what I'm saying? What you've done for the kid. What have you done for the kid, eh? What kind of direction are you giving her? I'm not really doing anything at all. Nothing? That's your idea of proper role modeling? Listen up here. You're gonna ruin that kid with your hippie delusions. Gonna run her right into the ground. Get off your ass and try giving her an inkling of direction. You think a kid like that just figures it all out on her own? Hell no. Maybe you should look after her. Good deflection. Almost made me forget I'm contributing something to society. I've got services to provide. Meanwhile, you're stumbling about and spilling tea down your socks. Besides, you're the only person here that this kid will properly listen to. That's the truth. So don't screw her up with your nonsense. Alright, now get out of here. Your nanabuckless vibes are wrecking my intended atmosphere. Thanks for the advice. Heh. Well, at least we replaced our broken teacups. That's 2 that she's broken thus far. not enthused about that at all, Nana. Oh well. Let's wash that off. Let's make some disgusting tea. What's the actual word? Is it gross? I think gross is the word. Something gross. Alright, let's just do like... Okay, I have a awful idea for tea. Let's do it. Let's make 3 tea, 3 coffee. It'll just be absolute abomination. It'll be about as dark can get. Should we throw a bunch of fruits in there as well? Like all of our doubles? It might be kind of funny. I wouldn't mind. I think it would be fun. Let's try it. Ooh, snow globe. Thank you. I'll take all the trinkets you want to give me. I promise you that. Okay, so... gross tea. Like I said, nothing more gross than coffee. Alright, so let's clean said coffee. You know, Bora wasn't wrong. Bora was like, you know, so many people are just going to come in here and want coffee from us, and he's not wrong at all. I don't remember where I got this. Oh, this was the extra bean I was going to brew. So we'll make sure that we give her a nice thing. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? A nice cup. That's the word I'm looking for. I'll also let her draw as she pleases. I have no problems at all with her drawings. In fact, let's take stock of what we have. No. What? Add a little picture to our library here. Now we've got all the shelves covered on this side. I know. Those will all go away, but I like it. Alright, so... did I grab... I didn't grab the nice cup. We'll grab our coffee beans. We'll do what we can to make the worst coffee ever. Or the worst tea ever. Now, see, now I'm interchanging coffee and tea. I've made too much coffee already. Not good at all. Not good at all. I'm gonna miss this method of making tea. It's very unique. Alright. Tea balls going in. I'm throwing everything in here. It's gonna be the strongest tea and coffee you've ever had. We're never gonna stop. It's menacing and dark. Oh yeah, that is a drink. That isn't a drink, that's a concoction. I can't think of a better word than that. But you know what? It'll be her first thing ever, so she's gonna love it, right? She's gonna hate it, and I'm gonna love that she hates it. Speaking of poop, it kind of looks like poops. All right, enough poop talk. Let's go find our gal. Okay, Nana's still there. It would have sucked to have lost her. I definitely think she's going to be like, I want to mess around with the kid. Here you go. Gross tea. What is it? Just a cup with liquid? That's what tea is. It's just flavored water. This sucks. Tea sucks. No, it doesn't. Just try it. Can I get a different one? I worked hard making this one for you. Just drink it. Nah, I gotta go do stuff. Bye. You're gonna leave me with this awful tea? I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried that I have to drink it now. Well, let's drink it. Let's drink it and just totally ruin our day.
Coffee means early morning.
Okay, it was the coffee one. Alright, even though I didn't put coffee in there first, I suppose it makes sense. Alright, away you go. We'll clean that one up. She's back. Boro's here. Where did you go? Oh, you're over here. Man, he can move fast sometimes when I'm not looking in his direction. Hello, miss. Boro is having yet another one of his silly ideas. I'm feeling like the pots inside our shop are looking a bit barren, so I thought to ask you if you could care to fill them with some plants. You did such a wonderful job before with the hanging pots. Wouldn't it be lovely to also fill all the pots inside? Sure, I'll try to find some time for it. Lovely. Any plant should do the trick. I'll let you decide which ones. You can just be filling the big stationary pots. No need to fill the smaller ones, unless you really want to. While you're doing that, how about if I draw up a little picture for you? Boro's not much of an artist, it's true, but I am enjoying drawing from time to time. Once you've filled up our shop with lovely plants, come and see me, and I will give you whatever I've managed to draw. Aw, well that sounds fun. We need pots now. Oh, we need one pot. I wish there was a way to do it with multiple pots, but it also makes sense that once again the game is like, nah, you can take your time with it. No. I want to screw up. No, like, I will leave him right there. Alright, let's grab some plants. It's an actual tree. This is one where it's not, I'm not necessarily going to not take my time with, but I definitely want to fill this one up quick so I can deal with monster, you know? Big stationary pots, so probably just these large ones here. Thankfully, there's plenty of these just lying around begging for me to put them in there. Can I pot the coffee? I guess I could. Where are the other? There's another big stationary. Hearing that cow mooing in the background is just such, it's just good, man. The game just has such a way with getting your mood and your headspace in a certain spot. I could be having like an annoying task and then you could hear like the horse galloping or the cow mooing and that just makes me smile. It's just, it's fantastic. Alright, so we got that one. Got a few big ones here. So we need 2 more, it looks like. I think this one is, yeah, this is good. Oh. I didn't notice there was a seed on there. But that's okay. We're moving and grooving. Surely there's another plant just lying around somewhere for me to grab. I don't want to grab something for... Oh, hello. You will not be growing this unwieldy near here. Absolutely not. That is my safe haven, not yours. There was a plant, I thought, that felt kind of errant. Oh, there's a couple over here. Perfect. Let's grab you. Okay, so we know we can come out this way by the water wheel if we want more. Hello, you. Goodbye, you. Let's see. We have a big stationary up here. And then, so it looks like 3 more? It looks like 3 more. I see you want to talk now. Aha! Our purple mushrooms. Let's plant a pink seed. Oh, how pretty is that? Yes, sir. Oh, that makes me so happy. Alright, back to doing what I was doing here. There was a plant by the water wheel, which I'm probably the opposite side of where I am right now. That's fine. This music is really nice. This is a great ambient track, I feel like. Or, I guess, series of tracks. For just kind of relaxing. I know I have a friend who would put on the soundtrack to Euphoria fall asleep to it back in college. That's a memory that sticks out in my head a lot. It's also a game that I think was like pretty much forgotten to time. It's one of the first Steam games I owned, I believe, as well. Alright, so we got all this going here. We probably should plant some more plants. Yeah, we can do that quickly. Oh, well, we got one out here. We can also shrink some trees as well, like this. Actually, this could drop this. If we water this, we can bring that inside, actually. Of course, there's a pot here. Thankfully, this will be pretty quick. It'd be kind of funny if we can get coffee in here. I mean, I could give it a shot. I don't think it's a bad idea. This is quite the undertaking. All right, where's... Give me some coffee. There we go. Let's try it. It's kind of a cheat. I don't want to just fill the place up with coffee beans. I think that'd be... Once again, it's kind of out of the spirit of things here. Oh my god, there's so many of these. I guess he might mean the restaurant proper as well. But, oopsies. We also probably could have set up multiple pots if we really wanted to, but I'm not too... Once again, I'm not hurried, per se. Plenty of time to do all of this stuff. Once I get Boro's drawing, then we can probably call it there for the episode as well, and then we can get more into what is being asked of us in this area. This one is done. Bring it with me. The shop's gonna look so nice. Honestly, I should just take time to make everything full of flowers. I think that'd be really nice. It's so pretty. It truly is. The pinwheel is really nice too. Let's see here. Bring one coffee plant in, and then the other thing that we were growing. So we got those done. We can work on the stationery up here. There's not one here. There's two up there. Oh my god. There's so many. I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's definitely a lot of work. Definitely a lot of work. And now I seem to have forgotten the way in which I need to be running every time I leave the building so I can get to my field. Which is fine, by the way. It's no big deal. We've done pretty good work here, I will say that. I don't have any shrink shrooms here, so I don't have a quick way to finish off that. Let's talk to Boro. Do I want to? I could always grab another thing of coffee if I want to fill up one more. Just in case. I think there's one up in the library area that I very much want to cover, and then I'll feel more confident saying like, hey, I think I'm done. So, quick spot check here. That's all done. The ground floor is covered, it looks like. I don't care too much about that. That's not a stationary pot. Not that I don't care, you know what I mean. And then there is one over here. I think that's actually it. Let's talk to Bora about it. Hello, miss. Is there something I can be assisting you with? I filled the pots with plants. So you did? Miss Alta, it looks quite lovely. I'm very glad that even here in the twilight of our time together, you are still taking the time to make our space beautiful. It means a lot to Boro, truly it does. Now then, are you quite ready to see this little drawing that I've cooked up? Oh, I think it's great. No, it's not bad. Thank you so much. It turned out rather well, if I am saying so. I will call this piece A Million Tiny Delights. Yes, this is a good name. Here, I would be honored to let you take the drawing with you. Oh my god, thank you again so much for your help. Boro. That's really so sweet. Oh my god. Why is he doing this to us? I say that with, like, happiness. Oh, man. I don't want to take his favorite TV poster down. Where? Where does it go? You know what? I do like the noble bird person, but this takes the cake. This takes the absolute cake. Oh my god, Boro. Why are you so perfect? Alright, I'm gonna swoon about Boro for a while longer. Thanks so much for watching. This has been my Let's Play of Wanderstop. My name is DuffKing56. I'll see you all next time. Peace out, and bye-bye.